Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I am back with another video on Next.js 15. This time it's URL imports and it is another experimental feature coming with Next.js 15 Canary version. This is experimental as of now, but hopefully it would be stable in the future. So we will be talking about what it is, what it does and how we can use it, everything about this feature. So let's get started. So what this URL import feature does, it allows us to import modules from a remote JavaScript file. Basically, we can import a remote JavaScript file URL, and we can import the modules which are available on that file, right? So if you can see here, this is not a regular import, right? We are importing it from a remote place, from some CDN or some URL which is returning as the raw module JavaScript file, right? So this URL imports feature basically allows us to do this, right? Now let's go to the code base and see how we can do this, right? So I have already created a Next.js 15 project with the Canary version, and I have done some work here. So nothing much, just basic setup. I have removed all the markup here, just added a heading and removed all the styles, right? So let me just, and also I have done one more thing, which is removed turbo from here. So this feature does not work with turbo pack as of now. So I've removed the hyphen turbo flag from the dev script. So let's run the project and see how we can use it. I'll do npm run start. Let me open browser here. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, let me just refresh it. Wait, huh? So now we can see our project is live here on the local host here. So to first of all, to enable this feature, we need to go to the next config file, and we have to provide a property called experimental, and inside that we have to pass this. I forgot the URL imports, right? URL imports, and this would be an array which will take all the origins from which you want to take the remote files, right? So first of all, let me show you a demo gist which I have created. So this is a demo gist which I have created, which is of module.js file. It is exporting some constant and some random function here. So I will open its raw file, raw URL, and copy this, right? And I will paste it here, right? Now we need not to provide the whole URL here. We just can pass the base URL, and we can remove the rest of it. So yeah, let me also enable word wrap so that I don't have to scroll horizontally. Cool. Now in order for me to import this demo constant, what I have to do is I have to use again the same link, same URL, and do simply like this: import from this URL. And what I want to import is demo constant, right? Let me just create another paragraph here which has the demo constant, right? Now let me refresh it, and it says I am demo, right? Which comes from here, right? Now I can also do this thing. I can take in functions. So let me just quickly take the sum function, and I will create another paragraph, right? And I will call this function sum, and I will pass, let's say, 1 comma 2, right? So it is returning me 3. Let me just quickly change this, let's say 10, 12, right? So this URL import function is allowing me to import modules from a uh, remote file, right? So remote as in this module.js file is coming from a URL, right? Which can be changed while, so let's say I am doing any business logic with this function, right? Now in order for me to update this function, I don't need the front end to update, right? I can have this remote place where I can keep all my business logic, and any change which is needed there, I can just directly go to that directory and uh, update the logic, right? and the front end need not to be updated, and we can still see the changes, right? So this is an example on how we can use remote modules or the URL imports feature in Next.js 15. Another thing which I wanted to show you is this images, right? So we can also give a static image ka path. So this is just a random image picked from pixels. Now what we can do is, in the same URL imports array, I can pass another, wait, wait, I think I lost the clipboard. Huh, let me just pass it. Yeah. And again, removing the suffix, and we can just keep the base URL, right? Now I can also import the images from here, right? So import, let's say, image from this remote URL, right? Now what I can do is I can use the image component from Next.js and give it an src, which would be the image, and let me just give it the alt tag, which is image. Cool. Let me just refresh it and see the changes. Yeah. So let me just provide a width also. So 120. Yeah. So we can see again here, this remote URL is giving me the image which we are using here. So again, in production code bases, if we want to update the image, we don't need to update the code base, right? We just update the image at a certain path, and it will uh, reflect the changes. You can say that it will happen anyway if you are doing uh, if you are passing this source as in here. Yeah, that works, but again, this is just a demo on URL import, so you can do it for static files also, right? Yeah, so this was a short introduction upon URL imports in Next.js. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye bye.